In today's video, we're going to talk about NECA's The Crooked Man from The Conjuring 2. Welcome to the Swearwolves Horror Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Please consider clicking that subscribe button as well as the notification bell below. We upload videos on a regular basis in which we review anything and everything horror, from action figures and toys, to soundtracks, to various collectibles, you name it. Today, we're talking about The Crooked Man from The Conjuring 2. Let's just take a look at the box real quick before we open them up. And here you see a picture of The Crooked Man. If you haven't seen The Conjuring 2, then this probably won't make a lot of sense, so hopefully you've seen it. But you can enjoy the figure nonetheless. So on the side, just The Conjuring 2, and on the back, we have various shots of the action figure. The Crooked Man stepped forth and rang the crooked bell, and thus his crooked soul spiraled into a crooked hell, murdered his crooked family, and laughed a crooked laugh. Pretty creepy stuff there. All right, inside the box here, again, another picture, as NECA always does, of the full figure, and then we got the figure over here. So let's do what we do on this channel and open this bad boy up, give it a little review. All right, we got the figure opened up and all of the accessories are out here. Let's first go through the accessories and then we'll talk about the figure. As you'll see here, we got a couple of different hand sculpts. Looks like 3 additional hands, as well as the 2 hands that come on the figure. He's got this closed grip hand. Pretty nice sculpt on that, as always by NECA. Still a closed grip, but more open. Looks like this will possibly hold the umbrella. And then another one on the left hand. So there's the additional hands that come with it. Let's talk about the heads real quick before we get into the other 2 accessories. There's a couple of head sculpts that come with this figure. And as you can see, they're pretty much the same except for one has the mouth open and one has the mouth closed. So, nothing too spectacular about these. If you've ever seen The Conjuring 2, then you know the Crooked Man is in it, of course. I mean, that's where the film comes from, or that's where the figure comes from. However, he's not a huge part of the movie as far as like screen time goes. So it's more of just a cool figure to have for the movie because there really isn't any other figure you could make from this movie. You know, Annabelle has the Annabelle character that they can make plenty of figures on for that. So this is just a figure that they could latch onto, but he's really not a huge portion of the film. Like I said, as far as screen time goes, one of the little boys has this zoetrope. And what this does is he spins the little thing here and you can see the picture of the Crooked Man. And you know, it'd be cool if it worked, but it doesn't. But as you spin it and you're watching it, the light kind of shines on there, and that's how, you know, they used to watch movies back in the day. If you've ever been to Disneyland and you put a penny in there and you turn the crank at the little penny arcade, you've seen those types of things before. So that's what that is, and that's where the Crooked Man comes from. You can see him back there holding his umbrella and walking along. But kind of a cool little piece, nice little accessory. And this, of course, is what the 2 main characters, whose names, the Warrens, they almost escaped me. I got it though. Pulled it out. Just plucked it out of my brain real quick. The Warrens take this and put this back into their, vault of haunted things. But to me, that didn't really make a lot of sense because this necessarily wasn't haunted in Conjuring 2. The Conjuring 2 was about the haunting of this house in England, and the house was haunted, it's not like Annabelle where the doll was haunted. So I don't know, that kind of always I was like, why? I just watched this movie not that long ago again, and I was like, well, the zoetrope isn't the thing that's haunted. And the Crooked Man isn't what's haunting them. He's just the form that the ghost takes in order to scare the little boy. That was my understanding. Now, I know, or I've heard, that they're going to be making a Crooked Man movie, so maybe we'll learn more, and maybe this thing actually is haunted, and we'll learn more about who this character is. But I digress. Let's talk about the umbrella. Nice looking umbrella here. I like the harsh angles, the crookedness of it. And it's definitely a good staple to have for this character, so he can use it to walk with or just hold or whatever the case may be. So I definitely like this umbrella. Good addition. You needed to have that. If nothing else, this and this will probably suffice. Let's talk about the figure itself. Like I said, the Crooked Man, not a huge screen time character, but definitely a character that's memorable in the movie and definitely creepy. I mean, I think this, just the figure itself, I mean, that's, if you saw this creeping around your house with a crooked umbrella like that, oof. So it's definitely creepy. Let's talk about the articulation first. Well, actually, the hat comes off. So let's pull the hat off. There you go. He's got his cutout eyes there. And again, the head sculpt. So this is kind of like the happy Crooked Man, then the evil Crooked Man, and then the evil Crooked Man with mouth closed. Whatever. So he's kind of if you've heard of Slender Man or Slenderman, Slenderman from what is that from? Creepypasta. And then, of course, I think there was a movie even made about Slender Man. But he kind of reminds me of Slender Man, except for with red instead of black. Articulation. Head rotates side to side, up and down. At the shoulders, got a little bit of a ball joint there. Kind of inhibited by the top of the coat there, so it can't go up too high. That's about as high as it goes. Elbows, got a bend in the elbow. Turns at the forearm a little bit, turn in the wrist, and then the hand can go in and out. Oops, in and out like that. And that's of course on both sides. No real swivel. There is a little bit of a swivel at the waist. It was actually hidden. I couldn't see it behind his coat there. So we do have a turn in the waist there. And then the hips go side to side, back and forth. Knee bends, and the ankles. The ankles do have a little bit of a bend in them. You got to really turn them. They're tight on this figure, and then they go up and down as well. So that's the articulation for the figure. Let's talk about the detail of the figure. I mean, like I said, you see him in the movie, it's dark. This is about as good a detail as you're going to get based on the information that we see in the movie. But it looks really good. I love the look of this character. I will be interested to see what they do with the movie, because I think the character, it just lends itself to a creepiness that, put his hat back on, with the hat on is even creepier. Reminds me, did you ever watch Fat Albert? Was it one of the characters? I forget who it was. Rudy, maybe? Who would always wear a hat. It would cover his eyes, and he just had eye holes through it. That's kind of what that reminds me of. Or even better was the Sid and Marty Krofft Lidsville. If you've never seen that, check that out on YouTube, Lidsville. I mean, you think this is creepy.
In the middle of the summer, in the middle of a park, there began a great adventure for a boy whose name was Mark. He had come to see the magic man along with all the children, and 'twas so began the day that Mark was never to forget. He performed all sorts of miracles, and Mark was so impressed that when the time arrived to go, he lagged behind the rest. Then quietly he did return the secret of the hat to learn, but everyone had gone away and darkness held its threat. The moment that he touched the hat, the room began to glow. And as he put it down and ran, the hat began to grow and 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 grow. He was stunned and he was fascinated, still he had to see there was something deep inside the hat. What could that something be? Then cautiously each step he took, he climbed upon the brim to look, and all at once the hat began to shake and rock. Look out! Falling, falling, into the hat he fell, spinning, turning, whirling, twirling, down, down. And when he looked into the skies, he couldn't believe his ears or eyes. Lidsville is the cookiest, Lidsville is the kickiest, Lidsville is the grooviest, Lidsville is a living and friend. If you get a chance to go there, you'll be glad you did, 'cause everybody who goes to Lidsville really flips his lid.
How's that for a topper?
All right, backside jacket. It's got these flaps, made of nice soft rubber, so we do get a little bit of movement there. The ascot is hard plastic. It's on there, but just a good looking figure. The legs are nice and long and skinny and creepy, and he's got his little, what are those called? Spats? Man, I'm plucking everything out. The Warrens, the Spats, Sid and Marty Krofft's Lidsville, and he's got big feet. Oh, he also has peg holes on there if you want to use those with a nice NECA stand. You can do that. He stands up pretty okay on his own. I mean, any kind of bump is going to knock him over just like that. I think for my purposes, I'm going to have him hold the cane. So I'm going to need to replace his hands. I'm going to have him hold the umbrella rather. And maybe I'll do it kind of like what's here on the box with him holding it over his shoulder. So let's go ahead and change the hands and we'll show what it looks like. All right, so I got him posed with the correct hand. I used the smaller of the two alternate hands, or the smaller gripped one, to put it around the base of the umbrella there. Just have him holding it. That's as close as I could get to what it looks like on the front of there. And then I took one of the other open hands and just kind of put that so it looks like he's resting that on his hip, just like this. So all in all, I think this is a great figure. Like I said, the Crooked Man is a good character to use. If you're gonna make a Conjuring world type figure, it's not the most important character in the movie, but it does lend itself to a good action figure. If you like the Conjuring movies, comment down below. What's your favorite Conjuring Universe movie? Is it Conjuring or Annabelle, La Llorona, any of those types of movies? Just leave a comment below and let me know. Otherwise, if you like this video, just click the like button below. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, go ahead and click both the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. We are the Swearwolves Horror Podcast, and we do a weekly show in which we review horror movies and rate them on a scale of 0 to 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. So please check us out by searching for the Swearwolves wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for the Swearwolves, I'm Brett. Hi, this is Brett with the Swearwolves, and when I'm not busy editing videos or making content for YouTube, I just sit here and wait. And wait. Just wait. If you like the video that you just saw, go ahead and check out that video right there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that button right there. I'll wait.